Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on Superman Lois Season 4. We have the final trailer to break down in this video because it was just exclusively released by Entertainment Weekly. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. Okay, so Superman Lois Season 4 is not long away. We're currently on the 19th of September and it is scheduled to debut on the 7th of October. That is a Monday, and we're going to get 2 hours of Superman Lois that night. And I can confirm to you guys that I will have my review and breakdown for that episode out right away after the episode finishes. I need to figure out if I'm going to do 2 separate videos, but I think I'll probably just do one video to do with both episodes because they are back to back at the end of the day. So wherever you are around the world, tune in to Superman Lois that night and then come to my channel right after the episode finishes, and I promise you, literally straight away, I will have a review out which is also going to be breaking the episodes down in detail. I reckon it's going to be a long video, so you guys are definitely going to want to check that video out, so make sure notifications are on. But for now, let's go ahead and get into today's main topic. This is to do with the final trailer, which I actually stumbled upon. Literally, it came out an hour ago, and I was just looking up some notes to do with another Superman Lois video that I was about to make, to do with them potentially going for a season 7. That was their original plan. That video will come out probably tomorrow instead, but I saw this trailer from Entertainment Weekly and I was like, oh crap, like they've actually got so much more footage. So this is a great trailer. I'll leave the link in the description below so you can go ahead and watch the final trailer, and then you can come back to this video and listen to my breakdown that I'm about to give you right now. So the first shot of the trailer is of Kyle and Chrissy. They're in Smallville. We know there's going to be a Kyle and Chrissy centric episode. I believe it's episode 4, which is a bit of an odd one. I said that in a separate video the other day. I don't know why they're going for that, because they are like probably the least popular characters out of all the X series regulars. And what happens over the top of this footage is, and there is multiple shots, it's a mini montage at the start of the trailer, Lex is saying, do you like it here in this small town? And he's actually talking to Amanda McCoy, who is basically Lex's partner at LexCorp, but also potentially a love interest. And so he says, you like it here in this small town, the aw shucks and the apple pies, it makes you feel safe, but it seems fake to me. Maybe being here will change my mind. And so this is paired with various shots of Sarah, and she's at her work, obviously at the diner. She's putting down some newspapers. The newspaper says Smallville comes together, and this is probably just before everything goes down, probably the day of Superman dying, and obviously that would be like the main headline story for the next day. But we get this shot that we've previously seen in a small CW trailer of Lex Luthor, and he is staying, in fact, and it's been confirmed, in Smallville. So he is officially moving to Smallville to embed himself in the town and get at Lois and her family. That is his main goal, and obviously when Superman comes back, he's going to go for Superman. So he says, maybe being here will change my mind, and so he's going to be hiding out. I don't know where exactly, but let's move on to talk about what happens next. So Superman has crash landed from space, and he is there lying dead. I love this shot. It's just him lying on the ground. He's got no cape because that's torn up. It's up in space. You can see the rubble in the background. That's where he's landed. And we have the reverse shot of this, of Lois and the boys approaching his dead body, and you can see it on Lois's face. I mean, it says everything. She's approaching with extreme caution. She knows this is bad. She's probably never seen him like this, and we get a close-up of one of the gashes, and it is graphic, guys. I apologize if you're kind of scared of gore or anything, but man, look at that. That is a tear into Superman's skin. The claws of Doomsday ripped right through his flesh. I mean, it looks disgusting, and it's right through his suit that's supposed to be pretty much impenetrable. So that just shows the true power of Doomsday and what Superman is up against. And we have a shot again of the boys' reaction, and this is as Lois turns his body over. You can see this shot right here. It's actually quite scary to look at. You can see his torn up suit, absolutely torn to shreds. He's got gashes all over him and his face is all bloodied up, and you have Lois's reaction, which is just pure shock as she gasps for air. And I have to say, all the content they've released so far in terms of the trailers and also the sneak peek that was released at Comic-Con, it's all been amazing, and I'm really looking forward to this season. And this trailer, actually at this point where Lois gasps, seeing Superman's dead body really got me into it, because it just shows the stakes are extremely high. This is going to be an intense season. Superman's going to be gone for the first half of the season, or first 4 episodes, or however long it turns out to be. And so this ties in nicely with the next new shot, and this is of Jordan suited up in his prototype Superboy costume, and he has just slammed Lex into the wall inside some sort of bar, and Lex is just staring him in the eyes. It is a pretty scary shot. However, Jordan has absolutely lost it, and as we saw in a previous trailer, Lois is completely against this, and Jordan has gone rogue because he thinks he's all powerful and he's going to be able to stop Lex, but he hasn't considered the fact that Lex has a lot of tech, he has a lot of resources, and he has kryptonite. We know that for a fact, and so he's not really thought this through. Then we have this amazing shot, oh my god, it looks so good, and this is of Superman's dead body in the fortress, and they are submerging him in this sort of liquid that is rising. And it's something that's specific to Krypton, right? It's a special type of liquid, it's a special type of maybe preservation fluid. But I believe this could be how they save Superman, and we'll talk about that at the end, because there is a line where Jordan talks about, this is how we save Dad. And I just think visually this looks so good. I mean, just look at this, guys. Like, this is Superman's dead body as he is submerged in some sort of alien liquid inside the fortress, and you have this next shot, which is of the family. All 3 of them are there looking at Superman as he is submerging, and I think the facial expressions say something to me. And I think they say something to you as well, probably. By looking at their faces, they don't look as distraught here as they did when they discovered his body, because I think they've come to the fortress, they've talked to Superman's mum, and they figured out there is a slight possibility of saving him if they submerge him in this liquid and leave him there for at least a long time. And so it's not like they're gonna bury Superman in the ground, just like in the Death of Superman story arc normally, and he arises from the ground. It's gonna be different. I think this is gonna help him come back. Okay, so the next shot of the trailer is of Lex, and Lex says they have to pay for what they did, and Amanda McCoy, who's going to be alongside Lex a lot this season, says you want to wipe out a whole town. So Lex is intending on destroying Smallville even while living there, and so he's going to be working from the inside out, trying to take down everything that is dear to Lois. And you might notice something very interesting about this shot. Well, Superman Lois's version of Lex Luthor has gone full Lex Luthor. He shaved off his beard, and he looks very different, let's just say that. And what do you guys think of this? Because I think this is a great look. He looks like a proper Lex Luthor now. Yes, he was more of that gritty, grungy type of Lex Luthor with the beard last season. I mean, he was very intimidating. Yes, he looks a bit less intimidating without his beard, but that is a classic Lex Luthor look. And if you look over to the next shot, he's got the Lexo suit and he is in the hideout where they are, and it's an identical suit to John Henry Irons' Lexo suit that he stole from his Earth, and the CGI that wraps the suit round his body just looks insane. It looks so good. And we have this nice close-up of Lex clean shaven in the Lexo suit as his helmet goes around his face and he flies up into the atmosphere, probably to take on, say, John Henry Irons, or to threaten Smallville because he wants to destroy Smallville. And you have the shot of Amanda McCoy, who I'm very much so looking forward to seeing in the season, because I do wonder, like, is she going to have that much sway with Lex, and will she discover Superman's real identity, because she does that in the comics. Okay, so the next shot is of Lex, and we see Lex and his face is covered in red lighting, and in the background you have a bunch of cutouts that he's obviously been quite meticulous about, and that's part of his motivation, because Lois locked him away for a long time so he wasn't able to see his daughter. Then we have this really cool shot of Superboy facing off against Lex Luthor's goons, but he is being struck by 3 laser beams which are made of kryptonite. So Jordan is really going to be up against it in his fight against Lex Luthor, and as Lois said, he is not ready for this. And actually there's 4 goons that are shooting the kryptonite guns at Superboy, and we have Lois's reaction to Superman presumably falling from the sky. You have the DoD soldiers in the background, you got a bunch of bright lights, so I believe they are preparing for Superman to crash land after his fight with Doomsday. And so we have another shot of General Lane, and he is in the grave. Again, we don't know how that's going to go down. Is he actually going to die or not? But according to the synopsis for that episode, we know that Lois is going to be going after him to try and save her dad. And we have a intruder inside the Lang family home. It's someone with a black mask who is seemingly trying to get the better of Lana, but luckily Sarah is there and smacks the shit out of him, and so I hope that they get out fine. But that is clearly one of Lex's people that has gone after them, because we know that Lana as the mayor is going to be targeted as well. And an interesting revelation is that John Henry Irons and Natalie are going to be fighting Doomsday in the first episode. I don't know if this is after Superman's death, and are they able to stop Doomsday? Does Doomsday not get killed by Superman? Because traditionally in the comics, Superman and Doomsday kill each other at the same time, so Superman sacrifices himself to stop Doomsday. But as you can see from this shot, you have John Henry Irons locking in and about to fire a missile at Doomsday, and you have this shot of him. You can see it says armed on the side, and Natalie is there as well, so they're going to be risking their lives to fight Doomsday, which is kind of insane considering he just killed Superman. But to end the trailer, we have something really interesting, and I teased this earlier, but Clark's mum says he left something for all of you, and obviously she's talking about Clark. And we have this shot of them all listening to Clark's mum, and you can see Clark just down there on the bottom of the screen inside that weird bluish liquid, and he is there dead obviously, and they are listening to what she has to say. So he's left something for them. I don't know if it's a contingency. I presume it's some sort of contingency in case he were ever to die. And we end the final trailer with a shot of Superman inside that liquid, and it's just an amazing shot once again to tease, yes, we are doing the death of Superman, and it's real. However, there is a chance that they could save their dad if they do this right. So that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are hyped for Superman Lois Season 4, aka the final season, please be sure to leave a like and a comment on this video. Tell me, what do you think about the trailer in the comments down below, and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future Superman Lois videos. As I said at the start of the video, we're going to have a review and breakdown out straight away after the episodes finish on October 7th, literally the minute after it finishes. So go check that video out on October 7th after you finish watching Superman Lois, because this is the channel where you're going to want to stay tuned into as we go into the final season of Superman Lois. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.